Tim, I gotta know, man.
Yeah.
You went to a Chuck E. Cheese. You just got done telling me you came in my home and just started telling me that you just came back from Chuck E. Cheese.
It's like, I'm here to do the show, but I've already today been to Chuck E. Cheese. Like, that feels like the day's over. If you've gone to Chuck E. Cheese, it's like, that's your day. Your day's done.
Where was this Chuck E. Cheese?
The Antelope Valley. All right, so here's what you guys listening need to know. We had a lot of rain in California recently. It's a good thing. And one of the benefits of all that rain is that all over the state right now, in places that would normally be super dry, it's green and it looks amazing, and these wildflowers are popping up. So my wife and I decided we were going to drive the kids out to go see these wildflowers, and one of the best places to see it is at the Antelope Valley Poppy Reserve. So that's where we went. It takes like an hour and a half to drive out there. So we drove out there only to discover that it was cold and super windy. Both kids were miserable. So we're like, well, let's go home. So we ended up turning into a shopping center to switch drivers. And when we did, we parked in front of a Chuck E. Cheese. And my son was like, what's that? They've never been there. So my wife and I both looked at each other and we're like, are we doing this? Are we going to go to Chuck E. Cheese? It's 11 o'clock. The Chuck E. Cheese opens at 11.
No.
There were other parents with kids waiting outside. So not only did we go to a Chuck E. Cheese at 11 a.m. as soon as it opened, like we're some kind of fucking super fans of Chuck E. Cheese, but it was empty inside. So like the Five Nights at Freddy's vibe was very thick in the Chuck E. Cheese.
It's fascinating to me how popular that is with children, by the way.
Me too.
It's all over this, like the sections in Target, like the kids' toys. It's all over.
Plush pencil toppers,
toys,
action figures, shirts,
T-shirts. Anyway, Chuck E. Cheese, man, you got to give me the download because I used to love Chuck E. Cheese. What did you get?
Okay, here's a few things. Like, here's the takeaway. All right, number one, prizes. If you've ever been to Chuck E. Cheese back in the day, or even Showbiz Pizza like me, then you remember the prizes, and it's still there, but the prizes are even cheaper and more terrible now.
Oh.
They have a communal pizza bar, which to me seems like the worst idea in the world is to combine a room full of children and a communal pizza bar.
I mean, you're coming home with sick kids. I mean, thankfully you guys were there when not so many people were there.
Yeah,
so
well, we didn't eat either. We were just there for the games. And to see Chuck E. Cheese.
That's very smart. Very smart.
So that next to the pizza warmer, there is something called the Fresh Garden Salad, which is basically just this weak-looking, gross-ass bowl of salad that's also communal.
Chucky's a rat, I believe.
Yeah, he's a rat. They want you to believe he's a mouse, but I've never seen a mouse with that kind of nose. That's a rat.
That's a rat, and that's a rat salad right there. Black Sabbath's rat salad. Go on.
Speaking of Chucky, there were two versions of Chuck E. Cheese walking around this morning. The static animatronic Chuck E. Cheese and the costumed character Chuck E. Cheese who looked like he wanted to die. He was walking like he had a gun waiting in his locker in the back to shoot himself in the head.
Oh, no. I mean, 11 a.m. in an empty Chuck E. Cheese walking around, that's what you're doing as a job for today?
Yeah.
Not too exciting.
No. And it wasn't just him. I mean, the entire staff of the Chuck E. Cheese was on a strict no smiles policy. No smiles. Do not smile. That was their number one in their handbook.
Yeah, I guess I never really considered they had just gotten to work.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you're a kid, you're running around. You're not thinking about work. These are people who are here to help you get your coins back if they get stuck in the machine.
Oh, coins, Dom? Oh, no. Coins don't exist anymore. Here, let me show you. I still have it in my back pocket.
The fucking card?
This is my Chuck E. Cheese Play Pass.
Well, you know,
I gotta refill it, and then you just swipe it on the machines when you want to play.
That's how they rip you off.
Yeah,
because they don't know how much you're spending anymore. I will say that this is a pretty cool rendition of Chucky.
Yeah, that's how he looks now. Did you see? He's the king of cool.
I did see he was the king of cool.
Yeah, there's a big picture of him in there right by the bathroom that says "King of Cool," and he's wearing shades, and he fucking looks cool.
I'll say so.
I couldn't get my son to go up to the animatronic Chuck E. Cheese to save his life. He was like, "I'm not going up there." Yeah, but my daughter Sasha, who was 2, wanted to go. She's like, "I want to go see that." So we went up. There was nobody there. We sat down at a table right in front. one of the reserved birthday tables.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, no one said shit to us.
Yeah. Chucky would have done that.
Yeah, he would have, too. And then he would have kicked back and put his shades on.
Yeah, maybe even farted.
Yeah, probably.
He
Why
doesn't
not?
give a damn.
So we were sitting there watching the animated Chucky, animatronic Chuck E. Cheese, which, by the way, the rest of the band's gone now. It's just him.
That's sad.
And a bank of video monitors that plays music videos. But here's the creepy thing that happens. Whenever Chuck E. Cheese is not making an announcement or singing, he turns and watches the video monitors like he's watching with you. So he stands there and he turns his head and watches the video monitor, which I assume has a twofold purpose. It's to let everybody else know that you're supposed to be looking at the video monitors. 2, it keeps him from just staring with his dead eyes out at the crowd.
Which is what he's doing to TVs now. Because it's so sad, but it makes sense. Because there's a lot less to repair when there's only one animatronic.
Yeah.
And TV is just as good as animatronics. We have one animatronic. Kids love TV. They could see this, and then we'll all watch TV together.
Yeah, we're all going to watch TV with Chuck E. Cheese.
What kind of arcade? Did they have, like, Turtles Arcade, at least? Or?
No. In fact, there were no, like, joystick button pushers.
Are they all apps?
They weren't apps. They were all either gun-based or driving-based. Which was, I mean, my son was having a great time. He loved them. There was some really fun ones, and there wasn't a lot of human violence. There was a lot of like, oh, I'm getting attacked by bugs, or I'm getting attacked by dinosaurs, that kind of stuff.
That's fun.
So that was kind of good. I didn't feel weird having him play it.
Did you do the one where you shoot the balls at the mouth and the teeth fall down?
No, that does not exist there anymore. But there are still games like that where there's a big, like, practical kind of an object that you're involved with playing. And it was this really fun game. It was called Doggone, and Sasha was playing it a lot. She liked it. And it's basically this giant dog head in front of you, and he goes, "I'm hungry, feed me." And then you push a plunger down, and it pops balls into his mouth.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one.
That was a pretty good one.
Last one, and then this will be done with the Chuck E. Cheese cast.
Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese cast. Chuck Pod.
E-Pod. It's E-Pod because it's kind of hip. It's like iPod, but it's E-Pod. Did they have Bozos? The one where you throw the ping pong balls into Bozo the Clown's buckets?
Nope.
Yeah, I'm just like calling back to the one Chuck E. Cheese.
I'm remembering all those old games too, and no, they didn't. There was nothing I looked at where I was nostalgic. I felt like I was in a foreign land.
Weird, weird and sad, sad but true.
Yeah.
Well, Tim, welcome back to the Tavern, man.
Thank you. Wow, it feels like it's been a long time because I guess it kind of has. It's been since Halloween.
Yeah. Oh gosh. You know, I was worried about you because it was a pretty haunted Halloween episode last time.
Yeah, it was. It was really scary.
It's good to see you're safe.
I'm not safe. I'm a ghost.
Yeah. Are you cursed?
I hope not. I feel uncursed. I just kind of feel like a ghost.
Do you feel like a ghost in the sense that you can fly?
No.
This is sad. Okay,
I can drive my car still and walk at my normal pace.
So this is like a reality sad ghost.
Yeah. And you know what? Here's something you wouldn't expect. When I run, I still get winded.
What?
Yeah.
Being a ghost sucks,
it's
dude.
the same as being human, but you never die. You're already dead.
Well, anyway, welcome back, man. I'm glad
happy to be here too.
Doing pretty well. It sounds like you're doing.
Yeah. I'm cool. I'm good.
Good. Well, today we have some tales.
Yo.
We have tales. We have two tales. Tales of childhood adventures.
Oh, yeah.
And deals with the devil.
Hey, Dom.
Yeah.
You ever deal with the devil in the pale moonlight?
I can't say that I have, but I may just if the opportunity comes across.
Yeah. That was a play on that Joker thing that Joker says. Did you get that?
Oh, is that your ghost thing? Is that like what you say? Because it's good. It's different enough, and I don't know how many.
It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
I don't know how many dead people have seen that movie.
Yeah, no, there's a lot. We have movie nights.
Oh, you do?
We've got movie nights.
Movie nights?
Oh, no.
Come on.
And cue the music.
You may have been to Chuck E. Cheese, but you're talking to Johnny Cheese right now, okay? Childhood Adventures was submitted by Stefan Kuwabara, and Deal with the Devil was submitted by Joseph Dukes. If you want to submit your own prompts or vote on prompts, you can do so by becoming a patron at patreon.com/TFTTpod.
I mean, there's some good prompts, too.
These are good prompts.
I can't believe Deal with the Devil's never come up before, first of all. And Childhood Adventure is great.
They're both great. They're both a little different. It's like a little bit more specific, right? But but just enough that it's just a prompt.
Yeah.
It's just a little dash of flavor to spark the creativity in your mind.
Yeah, man.
Would you say in your life you've made one deal with the devil?
Ooh. You know, I try not to make deals with the devil. If it feels like a devilish deal, I don't make it. But I have enjoyed deviled eggs before.
I love a deviled egg.
Which in itself can be a deal with the devil.
A little
depending
bit.
on how long they've been sitting out at the picnic.
Yes, it is quite the gamble. The ultimate deal with the devil is eating a deviled egg at a bridal shower.
Yeah. And getting there. Wait a minute. Why in a bridal shower?
Because they're going to be sitting around.
Yeah. Especially if you get there and they're already out.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I'm thinking. Is that you arrive 2 hours later than the party started, and all of the deviled eggs are sitting there.
And you go, man, I wish I knew when these eggs came out. If only there was a fresh batch. And then you hear a poof behind you. There's the devil, and he goes, would you sell your soul for a fresh batch?
And you got to say, if it was pale moonlight, I'm going to go ahead and take that deal.
And then you dance with him in the pale.
Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, take a little devilish egged dance.
Now that we've cleared this egg business up, would you care for a dance, my dark lord?
If he said no, I would be upset.
Yeah. No, thank you. Sorry, I've got to go.
Fucking prick. To me, Satan has a set of rules. He's not purely evil, monstrous kind of things that we see in the evil of men in the world. He's got a moral code, but he always bends evil. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Satan, what I'm trying to say is Satan, you could hang out with him.
Probably.
Yeah, it wouldn't be so bad.
No, he'd watch a pay-per-view, like a wrestling pay-per-view with you and have a few beers. And
Yeah, he'd probably be a jerk about it, but
right before he would be a jerk about it.
yeah.
He would be like, this sucks. This is stupid. Why are we doing this?
This is fake.
Yeah, why are you here, Satan? Why just go home if you don't like it?
If Satan's just annoying,
Yeah.
that's annoying in itself.
Hey, what do you want in your pizza, Satan? Hawaiian. Make it a Hawaiian. You fucking Satan.
I might have to make that deal with the devil because I like Hawaiian.
No!
Well, Tim, I think we've done enough talking about not our stories.
Yeah, let's do some.
Let's get
noise
into
making.
our stories.
Yes.
What do you say? I want to hear what you were going to say, though. Let's make some noise making.
Let's do some noise making with our mouths about fantasy.
Oh, I got some sounds in mind.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right, Dom, this is the penultimate episode of Swordborn the Savage. There was only going to be one more after this, and then it will be done.
That will be it. That will be the story. The book, the dusty tome will close.
Yeah, we're coming to the end of the journey.
We're going to have to do some kind of giant episode of all those stories because people need to know. If you don't know about Swordborn the Savage, stick around, listen, then you're going to want to go back and catch all the backlog.
Yeah.
Because a lot has happened.
A lot's happened. It spans 2 different podcasts.
2 different podcasts. I'm going to say that's the only story that does.
That's true. Well, I mean, the world of Orkspire
Sure.
in general did not change.
Sure, but it's not one continuous story.
That's true.
I mean, this is part...
Technically it's part 9. 10 if you count the Halloween special.
It's part 9. You know I count the Halloween special. But
all right. You ready?
I am ready.
Okay. Today's tale is called Swordborn the Savage, Enter the Wizard, a.k.a. The Dark Crystal 2, 50 Shades Darker, a.k.a. Gotta Let Your Nuts Hang. Far beyond Orkspire, just past that abandoned snack shack that always seems to be whispering ominously and still has a "Come inside, y'all, we got beer and condoms" sign on the front. And 2 miles northwest of Pete's cursed sweater. Seriously, Pete, come and get your fucking sweater. It's cursed and no one else wants to deal with it. Lies the kingdom of Stone's Realm. When we last ventured into Stone's Realm, the evil sorcerer Morban had used an ancient spell to fuse 6 of Stone Realm's greatest warriors into Gorn, a giant, brutal killing machine possessing near limitless physical and magical power. Sort of like that fast food lasagna those dudes on YouTube made that one time. You remember those guys? The epic mealtime guys? There was that one whose role appeared to only be wearing mirrored aviators and pretending to really like Jack Daniels. I wonder how he's doing. Well, I hope he deserves it. They all do. YouTube. After winning Moraband's Evil Warrior Academy Chili Cook-Off, Gorn wasted no time embarking on the quest he was created for, destroying Swordborn and his allies. Gorn traveled across Stone's Realm like a walking tornado of death, boot-kicking and victimizing anyone who got in his way. One townsperson was heard to remark, "The dude came in here like fucking Goldberg. I think I saw him do a spear on an orphanage."
Whoa!
On the whole building! The building!
Now the orphans have nowhere to be stored.
To be stored. Where are we going to put all these orphans?
Now they're just sad orphans. At least they were in a house before.
Nope.
Gosh.
Out on the street, or worse. Who knows? I don't want to say.
Jesus.
Gorn cut a path of destruction through every hamlet and scamlet in Stone's Realm, searching for Swordborn. Side note, in case anyone was wondering, a scamlet is like a hamlet, but is intended to be a place you can meet up for quick illicit sex. Okay, back to the story.
I was hoping Scamlet was a breakfast place.
No, that's the scamlet.
Oh, the Scamlet.
Yeah.
Very easy to get those mixed up.
Deep in the forest of contemplation, Swordborn and his war party had set up camp. Kenjin Falconer and her trained bird of prey Screambird sat warming themselves by the fire. Kenjin was busy sharpening her daggers, sword, tomahawk, and throwing knives while crafting arrows for the small crossbow she had mounted to her wrist gauntlet. Across the fire from her was Swordborn himself. He stood, focused, methodically practicing some sick-ass sword moves. "All those weapons seems like overkill to me. They'll weigh you down," he said to Kenjin. "My father didn't do much for me. But once, when I was a little girl," said Kenjin, "he took me out hunting, and the only thing he ever said the whole day was a simple piece of advice that I've never forgotten. He said, 'Kenjin, always remember this one thing. If you're going into battle, bring every single weapon you own. You never know what you'll need. Plus, maybe your opponent sees all those weapons and then is like, whoa, I don't want any part of what this guy's about to dish out. Then maybe they forfeit or surrender. I don't fucking know what it's called. And then maybe you bond and go grab a drink and maybe you make a friend for life because isn't that what battles are all about? Nah, I guess not. Fuck it. What I'm trying to say is just bring all your weapons to a fight. That's the main thing. Also, I love you. I wanted a son, but you've been top notch. Also, I once made a deal with someone that may have been the devil. I asked to be gifted with awesome luck at gambling. Not sure if I got it, but he did say that misfortune would be visited upon my family as a result, so maybe that'll be a thing you'll have to deal with. Okay, good talk. Don't forget the weapons thing." Kenjin stared off into the distance, tearing up slightly after reminiscing. "I'll never forget that advice." Yeah, said Swordborn. I can see how you'd never forget that. Seems like a thing you'd really have to commit to remembering. Like, you can't half-ass that monologue. The swordsman continued his practicing. "I'll tell you this, though. As far as I'm concerned, a good swordsman only needs 3 things. A hand, an arm, and a sword or something else sharp. They'll get you through anything." Swordborn punctuated this statement with several huge sword blows, and then lunged forward as he bellowed, "Feast!" Suddenly, an entire banquet table appeared in front of the party, filled with anything they could possibly want. There was even some kind of weird-ass ghost food for Ghost Bitch. "Damn!" exclaimed Kenjin. "Why come you ain't been doing that all along?" "Girl, I do not know where that came from. It just felt right." The group began to feast. The revelry lasted long into the night and was filled with fine meats and cheeses, goat wine, and tales of battles long past. Suddenly, Kenjin got serious. "Can I be real with you guys for a second?" Everyone nodded yes, of course. "I've been working on a song, and I'd like to share it all with you now." Kenjin cleared her throat. "I am beautiful, no matter what you say. Words can't bring me down. No, no. I am..." "Shut up! Shut up!" Swordborn interrupted. "It's a work in progress. I mean, shit, dude," said Kenjin. "No, the song was passable. It's fine," replied Swordborn. "I heard something." He waited, but the group heard nothing. Suddenly, Gorn crashed down in the middle of their camp. The impact of his landing created a crater and sent the entire party flying. Kenjin landed 15 feet away, and Swordborn was sent crashing through the trunk of a huge tree. "Gorn!" yelled Gorn. "That's what I heard," moaned Swordborn as he slowly got to his feet. Gorn wasted no time utilizing his terrifying array of powers on Swordborn and his team. Turning his gaze to Screambird, Gorn used his powerful psychic abilities to take over the falcon's mind, causing it to begin attacking Kenjin.
Oh, no.
Ghost Bitch leapt forward to attack, but was stopped mid-air as Gorn raised his hand and uttered an ancient incantation designed to pacify supernatural beings.
No, he's using it all.
He's using all the powers. Incidentally, if you want to know more about these powers, go back to a previous episode.
2 episodes ago, right?
Is it 2?
Yes.
You know, it's more than 2 episodes.
Well, I mean to say...
2 Tim Jennings ago.
2 TJs.
Yeah, 2 TJs ago.
You know who he is.
Suddenly, Gorn was speared from behind. The Nightmare Warrior fell for the first time since his creation. "Oh, fuck. Did a motherfucker just spear Gorn?" he said, rising to his feet. Gorn came face to face with his ultimate quarry, Swordborn. "You!" yelled Gorn. Quick as lightning, the giant returned the favor, spearing Swordborn, who once again slammed through a group of trees and into the darkness of the forest. "Oh, fuck me," Swordborn could be heard saying from some distance away. "Are we doing this? A spear off? Really? For fuck's sake." Suddenly, the barbarian dashed out from the tree line again, and boom, another spear. It was pretty clear at this point that Gorn and Swordborn were, in fact, definitely going to have a spear off. Meanwhile, as Ghost Bitch hung mid-air in suspended animation, Kenjin attempted to fight off Screambird without actually fighting Screambird. Luckily, she had a plan. She watched as her former friend circled high above, then began a death dive right for her face. It was a move she herself had taught Screambird. Go for the face, always. The falcon shot toward Kenjin like a missile. Timing was going to be key. Steady, steady. As Screambird neared Kenjin's face, the mercenary's arm shot out with lightning-quick speed and caught the diving falcon in midair. Then she delivered a single knockout punch to the bird. "Good night, friend," said Kenjin. The problem was Screambird wasn't knocked out. Unfortunately, Kenjin had to punch the bird like 12 more times to knock it out. "Woo! Holy shit!" panted Kenjin. "I'm so sorry. Fucking shit. I had to fuck you up way more than I intended. Shit, I'm so sorry. Shh. Here, sleep here." Kenjin laid Screambird down on a blanket. "Wow," reflected Kenjin. "That was crazy." Without warning, Screambird sprang back to life and went right for Kenjin's face again. "Oh, shit!" yelled Kenjin as she resumed punching the falcon. The spear-off was taking its toll on Swordborn, but Gorn seemed absolutely fine. Swordborn knew if he didn't get his hands on the Sword of Ages soon, he was done. Raising his hand, he bellowed to the sky, "Sword of Ages, bring me victory!" The sword, which had been buried under the rubble of the camp, suddenly freed itself and flew to Swordborn's hand, sure and true. Unfortunately, Gorn's most vicious spear yet found Swordborn first, and as the Sword of Ages embedded itself in a nearby tree, Swordborn's vision faded to black. "Swordborn!" a voice piped up from the darkness. "Swordborn, awaken!" Swordborn sat up. His body hurt as it never had before. He looked around, astonished by what he saw. He was still in the wrecked campsite, but time was frozen. He could see Ghost Bitch, frozen in a snare of ancient magic. He could see Kenjin punching the ever-loving shit out of Screambird. Gee, she was really giving it to the Falcon hard. And he could see Gorn standing over him, gloating, attempting to pry the Sword of Ages from a tree. Then he saw another familiar form, one he'd not seen in quite some time. "Granlow, the old attendant to the keeper of the Spirit Stones. I haven't seen you since..." Granlow interrupted. "Since this adventure began." "Yes, and what an adventure it's been. Some real crazy shit's happened to you. Like that robot guy from a few episodes back. I wonder how he's doing. Anyway, how's it going with Gorn here?" "Not good," replied Swordborn. "I mean, I'm here talking to you. Am I dead?" No, my friend, you're alive," said Granlow. "Barely, but you are. You can't die now, not without knowing the truth first." "What truth?" asked Swordborn. "Why, the truth about you, my boy. You are not who you think you are. You are more. Tell me, what do you think you are?" I'm a badass swordsman and a grade A dick slinger," replied Swordborn with confidence. "Wrong," said Granlow. "First of all, you know you're not a grade A dick slinger. You haven't boned this entire series. Come on, bro." "Get to the point," Swordborn shot back angrily. "You say you're a swordsman, eh? Strange, then, that all your battles thus far have been finished with magic, and not the blade. Think about it. Each and every foe you've faced and beaten has been vanquished." "With magic," said Swordborn, suddenly becoming woke AF. "Holy shitballs. I'm not a swole-ass barbarian swordsman. I'm a swole-ass wizard?"
What?
"Aw, man!" "You sound disappointed," commented Granlow. "But why? Search your soul, your mind, your heart, and see the truth. Along with the sword came the knowledge. You know every spell there is to know. You have the power to defeat Moraban." "And because I'm awesomer than him, I can win," said Swordborn triumphantly. "Not how I would have put it, but yes," replied Granlow. "Your destiny, however, is far greater than simply defeating Moraban, and it starts here and now with Gorn. He is a mighty adversary for sure, but he is comprised of 6 of Stone Realm's mightiest warriors. This makes him strong, but it is also his weakness. Go forth, sorcerer! Only by your wisdom may Moraban's creation be undone." With that, the machinations of time began to move again, and Swordborn awoke. Rising, he grabbed Gorn's hand, removing it from the Sword of Ages. "Allow me," said Swordborn, staring the warrior in the eyes. Swordborn drew his blade from the tree and pointed it directly at the stunned Gorn. "Spear!" echoed Swordborn's voice through the forest and mountain and towns and even through Orkspire and Daranos.
Oh, damn.
A beam of energy emanated from the Sword of Ages, knocking Gorn to the ground 20 feet away. Once again, Swordborn pointed the Sword of Ages at Gorn. "Undo!" yelled the sorcerer. Suddenly, Gorn began to shake. Cracks formed in his body as the 6 warriors held within began to break free. With one last scream of "Gorn!" he exploded. "Holy shit!" said a stunned Swordborn. "I can't believe undo worked." As the dust settled, things returned to normal. Ghost Bitch was released from Gorn's incantation, and Screambird, now really beat to shit, regained consciousness. Kenjin immediately pretended she'd been petting the bird the whole time. Easy, girl, said Kenjin. Someone I don't know who really fucked you up bad. Jerks? What a jerk. Oh well, best not to dwell on it. Swordborn stood with his gaze now transfixed on what remained of Gorn. 5 warriors and 1 anthropomorphic turd now stood before him. Side note, if you don't get this turd reference, go back and listen to episode 24 of Tales from the Tavern. Swordborn addressed the warriors. I have freed you all from Moraband's spell, and now I'm going to give you something that's rare here in Stone's Realm. A second chance. With that, Swordborn pointed the Sword of Ages at the group and yelled, Babality! A beam of light engulfed the warriors of Gorn, and in a blink of an eye they were transformed into children. I've given you back something that life here in Stone's Realm took away, your childhood, said Swordborn. Use it how you will. Have adventures. Live. Become more than you were. You still possess the knowledge you acquired before this day. Go forth, live well, have new adventures, and be shining beacons of virtue. Slightly confused, the 6 child warriors began to walk away when suddenly Swordborn stopped them. One last thing. If any of you decide to be dickheads again, you'll melt from the inside out and it will slowly trickle out through your assholes. Okay, good to know. Yeah, no, I'm glad he said something. With that, the children dispersed, and Swordborn was left with his crew. Well, said Kenjin. What now, sorcerer? Did you hear that whole thing? Yeah, we could totally hear it even though we were frozen. Isn't that crazy as shit, right? Yeah, this whole thing has been crazy, but anyway. So, what now, sorcerer? Swordborn paused for dramatic effect and to give the camera time to push in on his face. We go get Moraband. With that, he held the Sword of Ages aloft and yelled, Convenient transport! Within an instant, the party was transported across Stone's Realm, right to the front gates of the Fortress of Moraband.
Oh, that was convenient.
End.
Oh, damn. I love how he got woke AF.
Yeah,
And then he
woke
came
AF.
back and he wasn't the same Swordborn.
No.
He was.
When you get woke AF, are you ever the same? Which, by the way, AF stands for as fuck. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, if you don't know that, I know that. Yes, I know that. But not everyone knows it. He was still very much Swordborn, but now he was like, you know what? I'm going to be a little forgiving.
Yeah.
I'm going to give these guys a babality.
Yeah.
Incredible sorcery.
Yes.
That he holds.
That he possesses these. It's like when Hot Rod becomes Rodimus Prime. A little bit wiser. Still same person, kind of, but wiser.
Wow. Wow, that's a lot to take in, man.
Yeah.
I felt real bad for Screambird having to get punched. I feel like that in my mind I had to laugh when she gave the first punch because I imagined like a swift tap.
Right, like try to just knock the bird out.
Yeah, just like I'll hit him right in the point that I need to and they'll fall asleep.
Yeah.
And sooner than later.
Sometimes life doesn't work out that way. You know what? Sometimes love don't work out that way either.
Bloody.
Yeah.
Now they're at the gates of Moraband.
Moraband's Fortress.
Or Moraband 2.
Moraband 2, yeah.
Yeah. And, I don't know. I don't want to set anything up, but I feel like maybe at least words of wisdom of Keith may come into play. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I'm excited. I don't know.
Maybe every single character we've ever seen in the entire series will make an appearance. Who knows? I'm not saying.
Who's going to knock on Moraband's door? You never know who's going to show up. It's the last episode. I love it, man. That was great.
Thank you.
I felt like there was one more question I had for you. Oh, the Ghetto Boy song this time.
Yeah.
What was it again?
Gotta let your nuts hang.
Gotta let your nuts
with
hang.
an S. Nuts with an S, not with a Z.
That's
my
different.
autocorrect changed it for me because my autocorrect knows Ghetto Boys song titles.
It's usually UTZ.
I was sure it was UTZ.
Did you at least listen to that song? Because I mean, if I had come across it when I needed it for my story.
Yeah.
Would have had to give it a listen.
I listened to all of them before I wrote this.
While you're writing? Or?
Yeah, because the Ghetto Boys title generally comes before the story even starts.
Really?
Yeah. It's whatever one strikes my fancy on that day, and then I listen to the song.
How was Let Your Nuts Hang?
Not one of my favorites.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would be one of them. It kind of seems like when they're kind of thrown in to be dirty.
Yeah. But also a good philosophy to live by.
Yeah,
You gotta let them hang.
If you try not to, I think you're gonna live an uncomfortable life.
Hey, Dom. Speaking of letting your nuts hang, I'm excited to jump into your story next.
Oh, because the nuts got hung, hanged.
They got hanged. They got hanged real good, real low.
Real low. It was real bad. Okay, Tim, are you ready for my tale of childhood adventures and deals with the devil?
Dom, knock me out with those American thighs, man.
All right, Tim, this one's called The Path to Brony.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you say the path to Brony?
No, The Path to Prony.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It only struck me that it sounds like brony when I said it just there.
Okay.
Anyway, the town of Prynne. It was once a beautiful town, a peaceful town, one where you could hear regular singing and laughter, for those are the sounds of happiness. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and throw the sound of kissing in there as the sound of happiness. That's probably, if you could hear kissing as you're walking through town, happy town.
Yeah.
Prynne was a cobalt town. And things were pretty good. There was the working class that worked in the mines, and then there was the rich who were the cobalt barons. But things were good. But as soon as the cobalt mine dried up, the barons packed up their precious blue metals and left town. That's the cobalt business for you, baby. Straight blues.
Oh, man, that's so true, too.
That's what, cool blues guys say, right? As they go, man, that is straight blues. I just imagine. I like to imagine.
Yeah, that is what they say. That's what they look at you as you're walking out, and they're in there in that smoky club, playing, picking away, noodling on the guitar. Straight blue.
Yeah, it strikes me as a reality. So, the town's economy collapsed, and so did the happiness. No one had gold to spend on local food, tools, or horsewares.
Oh.
You need horsewares.
You do.
Provisions had to be foraged or hunted, but frankly, not everyone knew how to do that anymore.
Oh, boy.
Those who could packed up their socks and old letters their girlfriends gave them and followed the baron's path out of town. Others...
They took the letters with them. That's all you need.
Yeah. It's just a little piece of the past,
Yeah.
Others perished.
Oh.
And by perished, I mean died. They starved to death on the broken wooden floors inside what remained of their weather-beaten homes all by themselves.
Oh, Jesus, I'm guessing the sounds of kissing are gone from town at this point, too.
Cries turned to wails. Wails turned to groans, and from groans to whimpers, and then nothing. It was very sad. Wow. And so I just say that they perished, okay? Moving on.
Yeah.
Those who remained in the ruins of the town did so with great hardship. Only families strong enough to hunt for themselves and resilient enough to fend off looter after looter, along with roaming, cursed treants from the black forest of young Thor. The treants would creep up on you while you were taking a piss next to some rocks or something, and they'd grab your dick and give it 10,000 splinters just before chokeslamming you onto some rocks.
No!
And if you somehow survive all that, your life is still ruined because when you get back to town, everyone's going to call you Splinter Dick or Prickle Puss.
Them. It could have been them.
It could have been them, but you know what? That was Prin, man. That was Prin.
Oh, God, man.
The powers of the Black Forest seemed to grow with each passing day. Young Jimplin looked toward the dark wood as he thought he saw a scythe swinging around between the trees. Maybe like some kind of trick scythe spinner was just going wild in there, doing corkscrews while tossing the scythe between his hands, while avant-garde orc percussion plays. Man, Jimplin shuddered. He knew the threat of that power. Jimplin turned away from the window and addressed his father, who lay in his bed. "Father?" The old elf was breathing heavily, his tunic drenched in sweat. "It's only been 3 days since Mother left for the path to Prony. She could still return any moment," the boy added, trying to feign optimism, but his father could not hear him, for he had fallen unconscious to the fever yesterday. It was only a half-day's travel to Prony, the nearest town embarked upon by Jimplin's mother to retrieve medicine for her ailing husband. But 3 days in Savage Days is like a sweet, sassy, molassy, sinister Saturday for Satan.
Oh.
I'm talking great room for Sin Rageous. I'm not sure what Sin Rageous is, but you don't want to be around it when it goes down.
No.
Young Jimplin knew that if he did nothing, his father would die. The child returned to the window and looked upon the path to Prony. Wind blew. The black trees waved.
Here.
Come get some.
Oh.
Young Jimplin thought it said, "Come get some."
It sounded that way.
But he knew he must be brave, for he had no choice. He would take the path to Prony.
Oh, my God.
He took with him the only weapon his family had, a half-broken short sword used to slit throats of thieves. What, did he think Jimplin and his family could survive without having to do some brutal shit like that once in a while? It fit the small elf well. Gray skies loomed over the path to Prony. As he walked the path, he remembered what Prony was like when he was a child, visiting with his mother and father. He was fond of those times spent there with his family. Perhaps the three of them could relocate to Prony once Mom is found and Dad is well again. But Jimplin's mind soon drifted to the aforementioned roaming treants. Though he did not want to think of them at all, he could not ignore the creaking of their wood as it snapped across the plains as they roamed on. He thought of their splintery palms. The child clenched his broken sword and tried to think of something else. Perhaps the venomous spiders of young Thor, or the black vampiric owls, or the haunted forest snakes.
Oh, my God.
Or perhaps he would be bitten by a fever rat and meet the same fate as his father.
Oh, no.
"Eat shit, you piece of bitch," said a voice from behind him. Jimplin quickly turned to see the black and red caterpillar with a really sharp thorn in his hand.
Wait a minute, caterpillar?
It's a killer caterpillar.
I love it. The caterpillar.
With a quick thrust, the caterpillar inched the thorn nowhere near the boy. "No!" the elf shouted, and in a flash he cut the caterpillar in two. Purple ooze dripped out of its halves. "Now I'll never become an evil butterfly and kick that centipede's ass." This caterpillar died.
He's got dreams.
He had revenge dreams.
Yeah.
Soon the path to Prony brought the boy to where it cut through nut wood. But the boy did not enter. The trees that were once rich and brown with a hearty nut flavor were now pitch black. The Black Forest powers had grown once more. There was no option. Jimplin took a deep breath and entered. The trees glistened with a black so dank it looked wet. The ground was dry and dead. He watched as his boots crossed upon it before they came to a hole in the path. Jabroni. A cavernous hole broken across the path, preventing Jimplin from proceeding down the path. Jabroni stood before him. He leaned over the pit and peered into it. Complete blackness that seemed to reach infinitely. A thick, hot air warmed his face. Though he could not see, he was certain there was nothing alive down there.
Oh, man.
Child, a voice spoke. The elf quickly hopped backward and readied his sword. There is nothing to fight, the voice added from deep down within the pit. Jimplin could hear the grin of whatever spoke to him. Play a game with me, child.
Oh, my God.
Play a game with me, and I shall grant you passage to Brony, if you win. How can I trust you? The boy asked. You better believe a voice emitting from a black hole in the ground has magical ass abilities. Makes sense, Jimplin shrugged. Hoop slap, the voice demanded. The game of hoop slap. Jimplin's heart fluttered. He loved hoop slap. Sure, other kids loved hoop slap more than him and were better at it than old Jimp. But he genuinely loved to play.
Yeah.
So everyone, including yourself, Tim, kind of thought that maybe he's going to have a chance here.
Yeah.
It's a deal, the child answered, and as he did, out of the crack in the ground scrambled a black rat with a regulation-sized red hoop slap in its mouth. Before I go on, can you guess what hoop slap is?
All right, I'm going to guess that hoop slap is a game where you have to slap a hoop back and forth to each other, and if you knock it, if it falls down, the other person gets a point.
It's just that, but just you're chasing the hoop by yourself.
So it's like the thing where you, like kids, old-timey kids used to do, where you have a stick and you're just pushing a hoop down the road.
Yeah. It's called hoop slap here.
Hoop slap.
It's called hoop slap here.
Ah. Fucking Jim, he loves boring games. Good for him.
Jimplin. He's a simpler boy.
He's a simple kid.
A black rat with a regulation-sized hoop slap in its mouth. Feverin here will play my turn, child, the voice said. The black fever rat stood up on its hind legs and held the hoop slap in its tiny hand. He then spat a green loogie on the ground. Gross. His red, glowing eyes shot wildly over Jimp. His sharp teeth shined. He slapped the hoop slap and started his turn, chasing the hoop slap around the tree. Yes, go Feverin, win this, the voice cheered on. The rat began to pick up pace. Faster and faster it passed Jimplin. With each round of the tree, the fever rat grew closer to the boy. He could now see the razor edges of its yellow teeth. You got this, Feverin. You fucking got this. Feverin passed Jimplin once more as it opened its mouth, showing the sharp yellow daggers embedded in its mouth that twinkled as the rat lunged for the boy's throat. Yes, the voice shouted.
This is some bullshit, by the way. That the voice was like, let's play slap hoop. And then, or who is it, hoop slap?
Hoop slap.
And then it is like, by the way, you're not playing against me. You're playing against this ringer, no pun intended, that I brought
Feverin,
in.
a rat. I mean, when you make a deal with I don't want to say. I don't want to say. Jimplin quickly dodged the rat, and in a flash, the rat was severed in two midair. Feverin's halves convulsed on the ground as his fevered rat's guts boiled out of his eye. While in the background, the red hoop slap spiraled slowly to the ground like a hula hoop do. Damn, the voice said. So, what was that, like 2 minutes? Jimplin tried to ask casually. It does not matter the time, for you are disqualified. Killing the other player is a common rule in almost every sport. Hoop slap is no exception. But he attacked me. I was just defending myself, the boy pleaded. But the voice in the hole did not reply. Jimplin panicked. You must listen, you must, he shouted as he ran for the pit. But when he peered into the hole, he felt no warm air upon his cheek, no emptiness. He then realized that the hole did not seem as great as it once was, now the size of a hole for a fox or a rabbit. He wondered whether or not what had just happened had happened at all. When he remembered his father, he looked down the path to Prony and could see the town. Prony. Jimplin could not help but feel as if someone had left a gate open. He ran for it. His mind shot from thought to thought as he raced for the town. Was his mother in Prony? Would there still be medicine? How's Dad doing? Shit, I left him like 3 hours ago. I hope he's still alive. But the young elf soon slowed his pace as he realized the town was not as he remembered. He found the town now covered in black trees as he approached. No laughter, no singing, no kissing, completely empty.
Oh my God.
He then noticed skeletons skewered upon some of the branches.
Oh.
A raven. That was just a raven. Jimplin came to the center of town, where stood a towering blackwood with festering growths, dripping and sitting in a puddle of thick red sap.
Oh.
A pair of eyes upon the bark opened and looked down at the child.
Whoa.
You speak, young Thor. The tree spoke without a mouth. You did this to Prony. The boy threw his broken sword at the tree. It did not even stick in its black mark.
Oh, fuck.
The ground at the center of town easily broke apart as the tree uprooted itself, with two of its huge branches curved into arms with hands. Come, the tree said as it reached for Jimplin. Let me introduce you to the people of Prony. Darkness enveloped the young elf, and the last thing he felt was the crushing of his bones under the weight of 1,000,000 splinters.
No!
Well, I ain't going back to Prony, that's for sure. 'Cause there ain't no path to Prony anymore. It's in the past, and like the past, it was kinda fucked up. A lot of people got mistreated and oppressed. Wow, wow, wow. Prony was a place, and now it's a disgrace, but I like it. I'm a skewered skeleton chilling in a tree, and I'm white, yeah. Prony works for me, but Prony only exists in my mind.
Wait a minute.
That's the end. That's the end of that one.
Oh, no!
It's the end.
He's dead?
He died.
He died?
Well, man,
He didn't save his dad? I guess it's just as well. His dad's dead. His mom is dead. It's a singing skeleton. Take us out, singing skeleton.
You know, sometimes a sad ending happens.
You know what? Maybe, Dom, maybe this wasn't a sad ending, because maybe that rat was the rat that bit his dad, and he avenged his dad.
Oh, yeah, maybe. That 1 ounce of victory that comes out of the path to Prony, the brutal path to Prony.
There was no winning.
There was no winning.
Even if he had managed to win that game of Hoop Slap, he still would have been delivered to that version of Prony.
I wonder.
Oh.
I wonder. I don't know. When you make a deal with the devil, it doesn't matter if you win or lose, man.
Oh, man.
You're damned from the start.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And, I mean, basically, this story's about Trump. Was there a childhood adventure in your story?
Well,
I think it starts at your story.
the childhood adventure actually happens at the end of my story as the 6 child warriors go out to embark on the greatest adventure, life.
Like that song, The Greatest Adventure, from the Hobbit cartoon.
I don't remember that.
Do you not know that?
I know the cartoon. I don't remember the song, though.
Oh, it's very good. The greatest adventure. I can sing it. I know the words. People, look it up. I like that song.
I'm going to look it up.
Anyway, I want to say that's perfect. It's perfect because that's a perfect place to put a childhood adventure for the spin-off series.
Oh, my God.
Mora babies!
After Stone's Realm gets saved or ultimately lost forever in
the darkness.
In the next episode, the Mora babies will be there to either pick up the pieces or enjoy a new life.
We have to find Swordborn. He's the only one who can help us. He created us.
Oh, I don't want him to know that we're not doing such a great job on our own. We don't need his help. Let's do it on our own.
I'm a baby made of shit. Well, clear that up. One of the things that was Gorn,
yes,
was a piece of shit.
Yeah, just a little piece of Morband poop.
You cast a babality on a piece of poop that used to be a fish stick that used to be a person.
Yeah, that used to be the greatest archer in Stone Throw.
Damn. Does he turn back into that archer baby?
When Swordborn did the undo spell, all the warriors pulled apart, and there was still this little wrinkly turd there. So, it stands to reason that he's a shit kid. But you know what? In my mind, I envisioned that he just turned back into a regular kid.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You got to cast an undo.
Loose ends. Hey, you know what? That's for the fan fiction that will be based on this realm,
which will inevitably come out.
Yeah.
That's needless to say. I guess Swordborn should have casted an undo spell.
Oh,
it's Johnny Cheese. Welcome to the Johnny Cheese Show, everyone. Tim, thank you so much for stopping by the tavern this afternoon.
Thank you, as always, for letting me come here and continue this Swordborn story.
And rock my fucking world.
Yeah.
You're more than welcome.
I had to pick Dom up off the floor 3 times during my story.
Yeah, well, there was that one time where you lifted my arm to see if I was still conscious. Yeah. And then on the third one,
the alarm came up.
And I just pointed to you to keep talking on the microphone, and you did.
I'm going to keep reading. He's still going.
Yeah, man. We have a good time when we record this show. Well, you have
it's what you
time.
don't see.
I get fucked up.
Yeah, Dom does. Dom gets
like
beat to
Screambird. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare yourself for the finale.
Yeah.
Next time you're on.
See you guys in 6 more months.
Oh, shit. This is a Shamrock special.
That's right. This is supposed to be the same.
This is an observed St. Patty's Day episode.
This is supposed to be. It's a delayed.
But, so what are you thankful for that's green?
Oh, wow. Something I'm thankful for that's green?
I'll lob one at you. I'll give you a softball.
Yeah.
The green grass. The green trees.
Yeah, I'm grateful for it's green in California right now, as we were talking about before.
Yeah, it rained a lot.
Yeah,
that's
beautiful.
What I'm grateful for that.
Yeah, I'm grateful for that green. I'm also grateful for all the money I get paid when I come on this show, which I then spend on some sweet dinky dank stink green that I plug in my pipe.
Oh, it's the Shamrock special, baby, and he's just rolling in the day.
That's why we got to end it, because Dom can't afford me anymore.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one green thing that came out of St. Patrick's Day. I'm always trying to figure out creative ways to get my kids to eat vegetables. And so I created this stuff called leprechaun pasta on St. Patrick's Day. It's basically macaroni and cheese. But the milk for the macaroni and cheese, I put it in an immersion blender with spinach before I put it in. And it makes a green macaroni and cheese. And my daughter's crazy about it.
Oh, very nice.
She wants more every day. She's like, I want leprechaun pasta.
Leprechaun pasta. That's a life hack.
Mm-hmm. And it's also super Irish.
It is super Irish.
Yeah.
And you are Irish.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, so this is a real Shamrock special. It's not St. Patty's Day.
We phoned it in at the end, but I think it counts.
I think you feel like we're right, and now we will say goodbye. Tim, thanks so much for coming on the show, man.
I love you.
Oh, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Love you too, man.
Yeah.
theme music was provided by Ian Bennett. You can check out more of his work at ianbennettmusic.com. Interstitial and end themes were created by Toursland. You can listen to more of his work at soundcloud.com/Toursland. Podcast artwork was provided by Ryan Jampol. And I'd like to thank the following patrons for their continued support of Tales from the Tavern. Thank you to Joachim Sandberg, Asim Zaman, Robert Codd, Stefan Kowabara, a.k.a. The Jive Turkey, Robert Moon, Clay Castle, Dustin Long, Colin Kendig, Seb Batista, J.D. Duncan, Kaylee Rogerson, Logan Troiano, Nicholas Cole, Jesse She's All That, Stage. Thank you, Dak Prinky, Justin Smith, Nick Hayes, Liam Rogerson, Ima Kevin, Alan M.K. Jenkins, Fred Atkins, Bryce Poulin, Evan Brower, Richard Williams, Nicholas Hall, Matt Cross, Zang Keefe, Jesse Badalino, Thomas Hardacker, Timothy Johnson, Joey Ganavichev, Paul Walker, Evan Stone, Macho Muffin, Randy Savage, thank you Michael Vasadka, Axel Rock, William Fortin, John Luke, JT Radzai, Jeff Warbrick, thank you Joe Scott, Cody Cloninger, David Sandoval, Tim Jennings, Brock Mizukow, Jonas Blotterman, Hannah Diaz, Ben Bueller, thank you Brian Wood, Jacob Livingston, thank you Zach Westbrook, Ronald King, Night Shift Comics, Morgan T. Mercer, thank you Cameron Murphy, David Lee, Heath Robinson, Gordon Dale, Derek Dalton, Aubrey Sitterson, Andre Villanueva, thank you Mark Cargioli, Big Stank McBlue Jeans, thank you David Gray, Wade Norcross, Russell Casberg, Taylor Dirks, Johnny Sousa, Ryan Kolka, thank you Jonathan Carville, Daniel Medavere, Jordan Cope, Kirby Taylor, Joseph Dukes, David Hugh Tailing, Luke Noodles, thank you Dustin Dizzlerod, Timothy Matt Scully, Alex, Brian DeLeon, Eric Japp, Dan Archer, David Watts, thank you Ben E., Brian Shelbourne, Connor Stewart, Hollis Hornbeak, thank you Josh Shumnay, Todd Bryanton, Nicholas Riley, Clay McCarty, Yanni Marco Vina, Brad Davis. Thank you, Matt Branton, Peter Eng, James Archibald, Jason, Teresa Steele, and Cal Woods Butterman. Thank you to all the patrons, and thank you to everyone who listens to the show. If you would like to support Tales from the Tavern, you can do so by becoming a patron at patreon.com/TFTTpod. Thanks, everybody. Have a nice week. I'll see you real soon.